Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. For those of you that have been with us most of the morning, we definitely appreciate you being back with us. My name is Luis Rodriguez. I am the Executive Director for RGV Lead. And with great partners and great committees, we were able to bring this event that normally is in person virtually. Virtually. So thank you for joining us. Session 4 from 1 to 150 is for information technology, or IT, as most of us know it. Um, we'd like to thank our Expo committee. As you can see, we have all our institutions of higher education: Texas Southmost College, Texas State Technical College, UTRGV, and Southmost South Texas College, excuse me. And then we have school districts that are joining us that were a part of the committee, along with employers. We've been meeting since early June to make sure that we did as best a job as we can. Please understand that there will be some technology difficulties just in case. That's just the norm right now with everything going on. But we definitely appreciate you being with us. Before I go here, I'd like to share my screen with an opening welcome from Julian Alvarez, who is an appointee from the governor for the Texas Workforce Commission, in charge of the labor part of the workforce. So,
Hi, I'm Julian Alvarez, Commissioner representing labor for the Texas Workforce Commission. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this virtual career fair. I am excited to join the Workforce Solutions South Texas, your counselors and teachers, and encouraging you to make the most of your future. Like many of you, I am from the Rio Grande Valley. I am a native. As a young person, I wondered what the future held for me. I always believed in the motto, if you can see it, you can be it. With hard work and dedication, you can be whatever you strive to be. I have had the great privilege of working not only as a highway patrolman, but also as a policy advisor for United States Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson. And today, I represent all of you in Austin by serving on the Texas Workforce Commission as a Commissioner of Labor. This is my life's work. My role at TWC is about your life's work. My office supports your great Texas workforce. We work to ensure that you have opportunities to build in-demand skills that lead not just to a job, but long-lasting careers. This year looks a bit different than most. COVID-19 pandemic has changed our normal. For you, this is an opportunity. Everything has been forced to go digital, which means training, education is now at your fingertips. I encourage each of you, every one of you, to take advantage of these resources to prepare you for the future. Resources like the RGV Lead, which has done amazing work here in the Valley and continues to provide opportunities for students like you. I want to leave you with one piece of advice. Hard work and the belief that anything is possible are the foundations of fulfilling a career. I hope that you'll enjoy this virtual career fair. Thank you.
all right, we definitely appreciate Julian Alvarez from the Texas Workforce Commission taking the time to be able to talk to you all and welcome you to the session. What you'll see on this slide right here, on this part of the presentation, is for information technology. This comes straight directly out of the RGV Lead Labor Market Report, which is published every 2 years. In this report, you'll find great information like basic statistics from every county, employability information, along with general information for you as students or maybe employers, higher education, so they can see exactly what's happening here in the Rio Grande Valley. And there's a section that is specifically targeted to help you as students to be able to see in what career path you may be interested. So for instance, on this page right here, let's go down to telecommunications installers and repairers. What you see there right below that is the 1555, 2632, and 3170. The 1555 is an entry-level wage that somebody can expect in that career field. The 2632 is an average, and then on the experience level, it's 3170. So this is data that we have collected from across the region. Now it may be more. This is currently what we have within the region. In the second column there, what you'll see is estimated annual openings in 2014 to 2024. That gives you a good sense of how many openings are going to be on a year-to-year basis for those positions. So that shows you that there's approximately about 42 positions that on a yearly basis will open up for the telecommunication installers and repairers. And then the final one, the final column right there, what you'll see is the education and the training that's needed for this position. You'll see for that one for telecommunication installers, you'll see HS plus OJT and or 1 year or 2 years. In our labor market report, we made sure that we highlighted exactly what that is. So for that is, HS is a high school diploma or GED, is the minimum education required to enter this occupation. Plus the OJT is the on-the-job training that would be required, and or 1 year means that you have a post-secondary certificate to get the job, ranging from a few weeks to a 1 year or more, depending. And then a 2 year or 2 years is an associate or associate of applied science degree is required to get this job. So in our labor market report, which is on our website, rgvlead.org, you're able to look for it. It'll give you every different possibility in fields that you may be interested, and give you a good indication of what the pay may be like, how many openings, along with what you're going to need as you progress in your education. So make sure you take a look at it. It is a big publication, and it's very, very much utilized. Next, we have our presenter is Mario Lopez. He is the director of Code RGV here in the Rio Grande Valley. And I'm going to push play.
Hi, my name is Mario. I am the director for Code RGV. Code RGV is a local nonprofit that pretty much brings people together to code, create anything that is related to technology. We started this nonprofit about 7 years ago. I have been the director for the last 3 years, and although we have had all these challenges in the last few months, we're still interested in getting students like you to focus on technology, to focus on your futures, and to keep on the role of computer programming, computer science. Our motto is building better nerds. We want to encourage people to focus on careers in technology, focus in technology education, like I said, computer science, computer programming. Practically, I wear many hats. My title for the last 2 years has been director. I direct a lot of what goes on Code RGV, whether it's a class, presentation, career days at schools, things of that sort. However, there's a lot more that goes behind the scenes. There are also the classes that we have to conduct. So we work with different organizations, such as Texas Workforce, to create programs. Some people are just out of high school and they just want to get their coding skills started, or they just want to, or we might have people that are, my age and over that just want to change their career. So that's what we've done with the stuff like that. But we've also paired with school districts where we can go up to kindergarten class, bring some Osbots and some other coding machines that the kids can manipulate without having to know too much of reading, writing, and math. A year ago, in March of 2019, we shared 2 teams of 3 girls each to compete on the Code Wars, the HP Code Wars in Houston, Texas. That was a really great event. But that's one of the examples of the things that we can do and that we do is giving an opportunity to Valley students to go and experience. To be honest, any career nowadays involves technology. I cannot tell you how many times I have had to work with people that they think they're going to go into a job and then they're faced with a computer. And it's scary because they don't know their way around the computer. Nowadays, any job that you can think of has to be made with some kind of computer. Now, of course, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about actual computer science jobs. If you want to do that, you have to begin with something very basic, and it's learn how to code. Entrepreneurs will tell you is that the first thing you need to know is how to code. Nowadays, you really don't need to code for a lot of things, but if you know the basics of coding, you'll have a better understanding on how to fix a website, how to fix an app, how to build one for somebody. And all of these are job opportunities. Even though some industries are falling apart, like the retail industry, the brick and mortar retail, some other ones are flying, like the online shopping. So right now, because of COVID, a lot of the stuff that was supposed to happen in the next couple of years has just happened in the last 9 months. So that's an incentive for us to want to get into this field. And don't think about what am I going to do in 10 years, because in 10 years the world might not even be remotely the same as it is right now. Think about what you're going to do in the next few months when you begin your university track. You know, when you begin your formal schooling, and what are you going to do? You know, what are the trends right now that you should be focusing on? Technology seems to have that effect. You know, it just keeps on accelerating very, very fast. Do your own research on what's on the horizon. If it's printed on a book, it happened 6 to 9 months ago. And in the world of tech, that's quite a bit of time. So you always have to be researching your information, get it from a very, very trustworthy source. You know, look at the reliable news sources and in tech. If you have any questions, my email address is very easy. It's just mario@codergb.org. That's the best and fastest way to get a hold of me. Once again, my name is Mario Lopez from CoderGB, and we're here to build better nerds.
All right, we definitely appreciate Mr. Lopez. I believe he's with us. He's able to unmute himself if you want to share any last minute things. We're going to run a poll right now. For those of you that are with us, please do the poll. It helps us know, where we can do better in future events. I'm going to launch it right now. Mr. Lopez, I think you're with us. If you want to unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm right here. I'm sorry about that. I was a little late, but I caught
No, you're fine.
most of my my video there. Yes, absolutely. We're definitely excited to be part of this. I'm personally very passionate with anything that has to do with technology, and I any questions that anybody might have, I'm always available. We have like I said, email might be the best way to get a hold of me. It's just mario@codergb.org. But we're here to help, and we're excited about continuing with supporting technology education, information technology, and everything else, that can get people not only a great career, but a rewarding career, not only monetarily, but also fulfilling. It's there's so much to do in tech, to be done in tech right now. As a matter of fact, it's becoming so important that every business needs at least one person that they call their IT person, or their technology department people, or big corporations cannot function without a group of technically qualified individuals that can help with everything from running websites, social media, to cybersecurity, making sure that all the documents for a corporation stay safe. And so there's a lot in technology. And it's a very exciting time right now that although we are going through a very, very tough time, we are also going through a very accelerating time in technology. That's what happens when I mentioned it in the video. that's just the nature of emergencies. Emergencies tend to accelerate technology, and that's happening right now. So really excited.
We definitely appreciate your time, Mr. Lopez. And for those students that are out there, Mario at codergv.org. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And feel free. My email, I have it on my phone, so I'm able to reply most of the time quickly. And is one of the best ways to get a hold of me. We do have a phone number, and I cannot even remember it off the top of my head right now. But I'm gonna tell you, like, with not being at the office, it's a little hard to answer sometimes. Oh yeah, it is. The phone number is 956-410-2633. And but like I said, that one gets a little hard to answer. But emails we're able to answer a lot faster and maybe even better, because if you have a question, we're able to sit down for a couple of minutes and think about the answer that we want to give you or the information that you're requesting. So that's usually the best way.
All right, Mr. Lopez. Well, thank you so much. If you want to go ahead and mute yourself, next we have with us Miguel Rodriguez from Experian, and I'm going to share his video.
Hello, seniors, and welcome to Career Expo 2020. My name is Miguel Rodriguez. I currently work at Experian as a software development staff engineer. So Experian is a data services company. We help consumers such as yourself, myself, or your parents during the big milestones in their life, buying a house, going to college, or buying a car. We also help our customers take control over their financial information and gain access to financial services. For our clients that are companies, we help them by providing them data that they can use to make better decisions when they're interacting with their customers on financial matters. As a staff engineer in the software development business of our company, in the global corporate systems and services at Experian, I help build and maintain applications that help our salespeople and our customer service manage the relationship with our clients. I work primarily in the CRM and CPQ space. Those mean customer relationship management and configuration, pricing, and quoting. We are very heavily invested in technology. And so if you can imagine all of the different opportunities, there's going to be opportunities in the IT realm for basically anything that you would be interested in doing. So some of the big terms around that are popular right now is big data and analytics. Experian is definitely about that. There's cybersecurity is a very important aspect of our business. In everything we do, cybersecurity is at the forefront of everything that we do. And of course, there's going to be opportunities for design, or DevSec operations. So my personal journey into the realm of technology and IT, and it landed me here at Experian. Well, it started early. It started in 8th grade. I was learning to program in BASIC on an Apple IIe computer, I believe. Before Experian, I was in consulting for nearly 20 years. And that allowed me to work in many different industries. I got to work for telecoms, for financial services, for hospitality clients, and so that gave me a very good opportunity to learn about what I liked and didn't like, and gather best practices that I can then take to my clients down the road. And during those 20 years, I got to fill many roles. At different clients, different customers, different projects. I would encourage you to look us up. Go Google for Experian or about Experian or careers at Experian, and you'll start seeing that a lot of the entry-level opportunities that we have in the IT realm have the basics or require the basics of computer science or computer information systems, or other degrees that are very heavy in programming languages. In terms of advice for getting ready for careers in the IT space, I would say that you want to get exposure to a variety of different technologies as early on as possible, right? So if a class is not offered at your school, go learn about it on your own. There's plenty of opportunity for do-it-yourself solutions, so you can learn to program, you can learn to set up network. All of that stuff is available to you even if it's not offered in your school. So I would encourage you to actually seek out those opportunities. And if you don't see those opportunities, make those opportunities for yourself. Look for internships, look for opportunities. If you don't see an internship, make an internship. There are plenty of companies and nonprofits that would be willing to spend time with you a couple of hours a week, a couple of hours a month, that can give you some of that exposure to the technologies and to even just the business world. Consider the long-term implications of the decisions that you're making. So ask yourself, how will the decision that I'm making today impact my life and the life of those that I love 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road? Always aspire for more and look for opportunities to knock down barriers.
I know we have Mr. Rodriguez with us. Thank you so much, Mr. Rodriguez, for that and the information. I'm going to start the poll, but if you want to, I don't see any questions, but if there's anything else you want to share that you may have missed, I'm sure the students appreciate that.
Sure. Well, thanks for inviting me. I don't really have a whole lot to offer in addition to what we covered. I'm glad to answer any questions. I would mirror a lot of the topics that have already been discussed. That slide that you presented earlier with some of the entry-level requirements and the salaries, that's very accurate in my opinion, in terms of what I've been seeing. So, not a whole lot else to offer or add unless there's questions. People to answer those.
And we definitely, here at RGV Lead, we make sure that when we do produce the labor market report for you that are listening to students, we try to be as accurate as possible. We have individuals that do the data research and compile that information, because the last thing we want to do is get you the wrong information out there.
I would add to the students, when you are looking at salaries or when you're in negotiation for salaries, I would also consider the type of problem that you're helping solve, right? So when salaries are being discussed and things like that, the bigger the problem that you're solving, the bigger the salary that you can command, right? And that's a pretty important thing to keep in mind.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. Thank you, everybody that's completed the poll. And then we're going to move on. Mr. Rodriguez, once again, thank you so much for joining us today and providing that.
No problem.
If there's any questions further, we'll definitely reach back out and pose those to you and try to get back to the students. But thanks once again, Mr. Rodriguez.
Hello.
All right, next we have Miss Renata Lara, and she is from the Computer Science program from Texas Southmost College. She is actually with us. I'm going to go ahead and start her video and then bring her on and see if she can answer any questions there may be. I believe there's a question. Let me get to that real quick. Email address for Miguel. Mr. Rodriguez, if you're still here, you mind if I give out your email address? We're going to go ahead and put it in we'll put it in there and answer it, if that's fine.
Yeah, by all means. I think you interact with my personal email address, but if anybody needs my work email address, it's miguel.rodriguez@experian.com.
There you go. So for those of you that are asking, it's miguel.rodriguez@experian.com. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, find the play button.
Hi, I'm Renata Lara, and I am the coordinator for computer science. I have been at Texas Southmost College since 2014 as an adjunct instructor, and in 2016 I became a full-time faculty. I very much enjoy the environment at Texas Southmost College. I have committed faculty to help each other to make sure that our students succeed in their goals. We want all of our students to be able to graduate and go and get jobs and share their knowledge with other people. We want to make you succeed so that you can come back and help others succeed as well. The Associate of Science in Computer Science at Texas Southmost College, it's a 60 credit hour program. You will be taking with us Programming Fundamentals 1, 2, and 3, as well as computer organization, which will teach you all the fundamentals of how to learn to program computers and how to learn how to program software. Our program is a new program at Texas Southmost College, and a lot of our students are now continuing their journey to that bachelor's at a higher institution. Once our students obtain their degree in computer science, they can go out into the community and help other businesses and industries with their knowledge. They will be able to create software and applications for any industry. They can work in the medical field. They can work in criminal justice. They can also work, of course, with software development, cybersecurity. Your opportunities are endless. The most important thing I want you to know is that when you start a program in computer science, that this field is mathematics and science intensive. You will need a background of mathematics that includes calculus, calculus 2, as well as discrete mathematics, along with university physics, and university physics 2, and another science elective. However, don't let that discourage you. Even if you come into PSC and you do not have that background, we have great staff and we have great faculty who are committed to help you obtain those requirements so that you can obtain your degree. You can have a career in cybersecurity. You can also have a career in software development, application development, data testing, data analysis, the gaming industry. That's always fun. Don't hesitate to contact any of our faculty, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Lara, for that. I know you were with us, so if you want to unmute and share anything, or if there's any questions, anybody, I'm going to open up the poll. Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Hi, how are you, everybody? Very happy to be here, ready to answer any questions. I had my hair down in the video, but usually you find me in a ponytail or a bun because we're always moving around doing stuff. But that was for the video. Non-video, there's not even any makeup, right? So, but anyway, are there any questions for me regarding the classes, the things that we take here? What are the your courses that you take? All of that, I'm ready.
So far, we haven't seen any questions or come in yet, but so it seems like what can happen is obviously you start here and then you transfer into a place of higher education to get your bachelor's degree to continue. Is that correct? Or
that is correct. Here at Texas Southmost College, you take your first 2 years, which would be your freshman and sophomore year, so you get all those credits, so that when you go for one of the other 4-year institutions, you go in as a junior right away. Here, the program is field of study complete, meaning that all the courses that you take at Texas Southmost College for computer science transfer 100% to any 4-year institution all over Texas. We do have a articulation agreement with UTRGV, and we are working on agreements with other institutions. What that means is that it's an agreement between Texas Southmost College and a 4-year institution, so that when you're done here, all you have to do is transfer over to the next higher learning institution, and you don't have to worry about, well, the class that I took here, is it gonna match over there? Are they going to accept it? Because I know that's usually very difficult and stressful for a lot of our students. They start saying like, oh, well, I took here, it's called Programming Fundamentals, but over there it's called Computer Science 1. Is it the same thing? Do I have to retake it? So what the articulation agreement does is that it matches those courses already so that you know that you're going to go in as a junior and that you won't have to be retaking other classes. Plus, we are, of course, always willing to talk to other faculty and find out questions for you, of course, because I get that a lot. That a lot of the students get comfortable with your local faculty, and then they have more questions and they don't know what to ask. But we can help you ask those questions.
Well, we definitely appreciate the time that you took to put the presentation together along with being here today. So thank you so much, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next presenter. You want to go ahead and turn off your camera? Thank you so much.
Sure.
Next, we have Blanca Lozano, Computer Information Systems from Texas Southmost College. Play.
Hi, my name is Blanca Lozano, and I'm the Program Director for Computer Information Systems at Texas Southmost College. The mission statement is to provide the CIA students with current analytical and technical knowledge to support computer information systems operation. We provide our students with 3 test-out Pro certifications: Security Pro, Network Pro, and PC Pro. In the last 3 years, we have seen the enrollment for this program double. We started with 30, and now we have over 60 students in our program. In the last 3 years, our students have exceeded the nation's passing rate every year. We're very proud of them. The program comes with 2 PC labs. We have 40 computers and 1 Apple lab that has 20 Macs. We not only teach hardware, but we also teach web development. We also teach networking. We also teach cybersecurity. So our students are well prepared for any challenge. Since day number 1, the students have the opportunity to have their hands on. In our first class, which is a web design class, we give the opportunity to the students to create a website for an institution, for a small business, without a charge. And we do this throughout the semester. The students are going to learn to work hands-on in real situations. At the end of the 2 years, when they finish their associate, the students are going to be enrolled in a practicum class. They are going to be placed in a business where they can work. They are going to be under a supervised environment, but they will be able to test everything that they have learned throughout the 2 years. The program has maintained a 40.2% of our graduates that are employed within the first year. So that means it's a great opportunity. Many of the students ask me, where can I be employed after I finish with your program? And I tell them, just look around. Where is the computer? Where are they using the network? Where do they need security in their systems? Where do they need a website? So the opportunity are endless. Texas Southmost College gives you the opportunity to have an excellent education here in our valley, close to home, with your family, with your loved ones, in a safe environment. We invite you to come and be part of the family of Texas Southmost College in the CIS program. Keep on studying, come with an eager mind, and be ready to build your future.
Thank you, Ms. Lozano. I wanted to see, she's actually not with us, but we want to thank her. There was a question that was asked, and Ms. Lara, if you're still with us, I want to make sure we can get it asked.
Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm.
The question was, I don't know if I can still find it. If, hold on, I gotta find it right here. Can Can a computer science degree be used to get into the criminal justice field?
Certainly, if you're going to be programming applications for the criminal justice field, the computer science can be used for any field, especially if you go into software development, because
All right, great.
software needs to be developed by coders.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for that.
Sure.
I put the poll out. If you guys can help me, students, take the poll. I'm going to cut it off a little closer to time just because we still have a lot of great presenters and we want to make sure we get to everybody. So about another 30 seconds. Another 10 seconds. If you haven't made your selection yet, please do so. All right, I'm going to close it. All right, next we have.
Hi,
Next we have the cybersecurity from Texas State Technical College and Tony Santos. He's a master instructor, and there's a YouTube video. So let me click to get there. Make sure that we're able to see that. And push pause. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Give me just a moment. Oh, now it decides to screen share and pause. I know. Let me stop sharing. Give me a moment. My computer is running slow. Oh. And technology starts to win. Please excuse me, I'm sorry. My computer is running super slow. It's not doing anything that I'm asking it to do. Okay, here we go. Here we go, should be that. Share, there we go. Let me make it big and we'll get running.
Welcome to Texas State Technical College, Introduction to Cybersecurity. TSTC is a center of academic excellence in cyber defense. The TSTC cybersecurity program meets all requirements as determined by the National Security Agency, Department of Homeland Security, and Texas State Skills Board for Cybersecurity Professional. Meaning when you graduate, one will have been taught all the skills needed to be a cybersecurity professional as determined at the state level by the Texas State Skills Board and at the federal level by the National Security Agency and Department of Homeland Security. In addition to an associate's degree, graduates receive certificates and or special recognition on their diploma from the Texas State Skills Board, National Security Agency, and Department of Homeland Security. What is cybersecurity? Defending and recovering all types of computer devices and networks from malicious attacks. Cyber attacks are a danger to an organization's employees and customers. Cyber attacks are destructive to data and in most cases to the financial well-being of an organization and individual person. Cyber attacks do destroy business and people's financial and personal lives. Who gets attacked? Everyone. The graph clearly shows that no industry is safe from attack and no single person is safe from attack. So what does a hacker look like? They're not working out of the basement anymore. Hackers are like you, like me, in everyday jobs. A hacker is in most cases an excellent programmer. Hackers can and will do jail time if caught.
So now that we know what cybersecurity is and why there is a great need to protect our computer systems and networks, what kind of jobs can one get in cybersecurity? First, consider some of the more common characteristics of a cybersecurity professional. Second, a cybersecurity professional has a solid background on networking, system administration, and programming. Cybersecurity professional protects an organization from all cyber attacks. Ethical hacker, sometimes called a white hat, has permission to hack and gets paid good money for doing it. Listed are some examples of current cybersecurity job titles. Cybersecurity professionals come from various core backgrounds. Want to know what your possible career path with cybersecurity is? Then hop over to the website shown on your screen. In the example, we start by selecting networking, then selecting cybersecurity specialist technician. From there, one can see the 3 mid-level jobs, as well as 3 additional background or feeder roles as well. This is TSTC's Fall 2020 Cybersecurity Program. 5 semesters, about 20 months to complete. In semester 1, we learned the basics of networking, servers, and computer hardware. In semester 2, Introduction to Linux with a focus on security. Network protocols, TCP/IP, and digital forensics. In semester 3, routers, virtualization, digital forensics. In semester 4, advanced security topics, firewalls, intrusion detection. In semester 5, enterprise network or capstone class. Students will apply all skills learned and as a team complete a case study in networking and security. Additional and advanced security topics include scripting and auditing. For fall 2020, all courses are online. For additional information, contact a campus lead or the statewide contact. Good luck with your career choices and hope to see you in a TSTC cybersecurity class in the near future. Thank you for watching and good luck with your career choices.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I believe you're with us. In case there's any questions, I thought I saw you on the panelist side. There you are. I'm going to open up the poll. So if everybody can please take the poll. We still have 2 more great presenters lined up for you for more information. Mr. Santos, thank you so much for being a panelist and for the video that you shared. We definitely appreciate you taking the time and helping these students, as they move forward with their career options. Okay, about another 20 seconds. All right, I'm going to close the poll. Thank you so much. And we're going to go back to the PowerPoint. All right, next we have Mr. Tony Torres. Mr. Torres, let me give you presenter access.
Sounds good.
All right, you should see it on your screen. You should be able to share your screen with your PowerPoint. I'm going to mute myself, but I'm still here if you need anything.
All right. Let me see. Screen. Let me. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
We got you. You probably won't see yourself if you're.
That's totally fine. Okay, so my name is Tony Torres. I'm an instructor with the Computer Programming Technology for Texas State Technical College, the campus located in Abilene. We're spread out all over the state of Texas, but I am located in Abilene. So As you can see, my information is on the main screen. If you want to jot down stuff, or I have this on the last slide also. So after I go through my presentation, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can feel free to email me or call me. We can discuss the program. So the computer programming technology is an associate's degree with Texas State Technical College, and we'll go into detail as far as what we cover. Okay, can you see the career opportunities, Luis?
No, we can't.
Okay, I was like, did I freeze up? Okay, there it goes.
Nope.
It was just taking some time. Okay. So career opportunities. Here we have a list that shows the different labels that most companies will identify programmers and what fields you can find yourself in. So we have programmers, application developers, software engineers, product integration engineers, and many others. But you can also find your career opportunities in banking, business administration, gaming, automotive, robotics, smart homes, and many more. So there's a lot of different fields that you can find yourself in when it comes to programming, and it's just a really exciting career. So now let's look at what you'll learn in this program. So in your 2 years with TSCC, we'll teach you several programming languages, and as you can see, we have C++, C#, Java, JavaScript, Python, PHP, Swift, HTML, CSS, and the list goes on. So there's going to be a lot of different languages every semester that you'll be learning, and then we will also cover the software. So our software that you'll actually be working with throughout the semesters is Visual Studio's, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL Workbench, Android Studios, Xcode, Brackets, WordPress, and many, many more softwares. The different platforms that we will teach you how to design and create for are PCs, Macs, Androids, and Apple products. And then the other stuff that we like to actually teach you is soft skills. Problem solving is a really major one for programming. Communication, so when you get out into the field, you might be working with teams, stuff like that. So we want you to be able to communicate with your boss, with your other coworkers, and just be successful in that realm. The other thing that TSCC also tries to enforce is our job search skills. So when you graduate from our program, we don't only also try to help you find a job, but we want you to actually have those job skills. So when you do go into interviews, you're prepared. We also help you build your resume so that this way when you get there, that stuff is already done. So this way you go into that realm being prepared and having all the tools you need. So now let's look at what you learn from. Okay, so problem solving, right? Problem solving is a major factor for programming. It's basically what programming is, right? If you take like a coffee maker, a coffee maker, right? Back in the day, people used to have to just boil coffee, ground the beans and everything like that. Whereas today we have stuff like Keurigs and stuff that has software inside of it. So you're able to put some stuff in, push a button, walk away, go get dressed, get ready for work, come back, and your coffee's made. That's all done with software. So programming or problem solving is a really underlining for the skills you need for programming. Let's see. Another one is waiting for it to catch up. Okay, so another one is databases. So we need to store databases for almost all electronic devices, websites, software programs, and much more. We teach MySQL over other databases like Oracle, just because that's what we see in the industry. So we have advisors that come in and we talk to them and ask them what software you're still seeing out into the industry, what programming languages, all kinds of stuff like that. So the thing is that we don't want to teach you anything that's outdated. We want to teach you what you're going to need when you go out into the field. Our job is to give you all the industry tools, help you understand them, and get you out in high-paying jobs as quick as possible. So that's what you'll find in the actual program. So here we have learn to design and build complex applications using a variety of programming languages. So on the right side, we have Python. And as I shared earlier, all the different languages that we teach you. Now, why do we teach you so many languages? Why don't we just focus on a couple of them that you can go out and get a job in? The reason for that is because you may go to some companies that only use one or two programming languages. And so we don't want to confine you just by only one programming language that you can actually apply for jobs. We want you to be able to apply for all your dream jobs, whether they use C#, C++, Java, Python, in any aspect. Not only that, it gives you the power over other people in the industry. So let's say you go to a job and they specialize in Java and C++ or something like that, and a job comes in, they use some other programming language like C#. They're going to be looking for they're going to be looking at the programmers who know C# here that can actually deal with this, and you'll be one of the people that can say, hey, I can take care of that. But also being able to go into a job interview and saying, hey, do you know this language? Do you know that language? You're going to have a better chance as far as that job, just because you know that language. So the other thing is, this is ONET online. Basically, this is what it's basically doing is telling us what these software developers make in the state of Texas and outside of the state of Texas. So you can make anywhere from $66,000. This is for a software developer and for systems software. So you can make anywhere from $66,000 all the way up to $157,000. Now, the little hump in the middle is $107,000. That's where most of us are going to live as programmers, but that's still pretty good. And as you can see from the state of Texas to the United States, right, that is staying consistent. So whether you live in Texas or you move out of Texas, you're still going to be making that good money. So. All right, so that's pretty much it. So come start your next career with a degree in computer programming technology. Like I said, my information is at the bottom. You can feel free to call me or email me at any time, and I will be happy to discuss programming or what TSCC has in store for you.
Thank you, Mr. Torres. I know we've gone over time, and we have one more panelist that we want to get to, Mr. Trower. So I'm going to launch the poll real quick 30 seconds. Ms. Trower, I'm going to make you the presenter, and I think I can still launch the poll. So another 20 seconds. Mr. Trower, do you have presenter access?
It's saying that as soon as you close the poll, I can enable screen sharing. So
okay, 10 seconds. Three. All right, closing the poll. You now should have access, Mr. Trower. There we go.
Okay. Perfect. That's not what I wanted. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Trower. I'm the lead instructor for web design and development. It is located based out of the Waco campus, but we are an online program, so we're available to everyone throughout the state of Texas. My contact information is here on the first screen. I also have it on the last screen. Pretty easy to remember, david.trower@tscc.edu. Email is definitely the best way to get in touch with me because it comes straight to my phone. But let's get going. Web design and development technology opens the door for jobs in a wide array of fields. Because in today's society, if you're not on the web, you don't exist. And so more and more businesses, whether they're a small mom and pop business in your local community, or they're a large Fortune 500 company like Walmart, they're going to have a web presence. And so
by getting a degree in web design and development, you're able to work for a wide variety of clients, whether it's working for many clients at one time or working for a single client, working for a large company, working on their in-house websites. And so you're able to specialize in a wide variety of fields inside of web design. You can be a front-end designer where you're working with the way the website looks and how it functions, dealing with like user interface, user experience, and the graphical look of the website. You could be a back-end developer. That's somebody who works with the programming side of web design, building the back-end server side of a website that deals with connection to the database and building the supporting architecture for the website. Then there's what are called full stack developers. These are people who do both the front end design and the back end developing. And then there's also mobile progressive web app developers, where they are building websites that look and function just like a native app does on an Android or an iPhone, but it's built using web technology as a website as opposed to going through the App Store. And so you're able to really dive into these various areas all within our Associate of Applied Science and Web Design and Development at TSCC. Throughout our program, you're going to learn numerous languages as well as software to help you be a better web designer. And so you're going to be learning things like cascading style sheets, which is CSS, and hypertext markup language, HTML. Those are the two building blocks, along with JavaScript, that all websites that exist are built using. So you go to any website, whether it's google.com, Facebook, TikTok website, it doesn't matter which website you're going to, all of those websites are using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. Now, they're also probably using others, but they are guaranteed to be using those three. Also in our program, we teach PHP, which is a hypertext preprocessor, MySQL database, so that way you can make connections to a database and store data there, pull data from the database to display in your website, and Python with an emphasis on using Python in web development. Some software that we utilize in our program includes WordPress as a content management system, Brackets and PHP Storm for doing text editing. We utilize several software from the Adobe Creative Cloud suite for creating images and editing photos. You'll learn to really embrace the power of the web browser developer tools for doing testing and troubleshooting of websites. And we teach project management to help you manage your projects using tools like Basecamp, Trello, and Team Gantt. We also teach skills and soft skills. Soft skills include things like problem solving. When you're doing a website for a client, you're solving a problem for them. And so being able to problem solve is very important. Being able to communicate, because particularly if you're working with clients, that ability to communicate with the clients is going to be extremely important. And then making sure that you're job ready when you finish our program after 5 semesters. Some of the skills include things like server management, web hosting, search engine optimization, which allows you to optimize where your site appears in search results, because let's face it, if a person is searching for you and they can't find you, they're going to go to a competitor. In today's day and age, really, if you're not even in the top 3 search results on Google, your chances of getting seen go down drastically. So being able to perform that search engine optimization to help boost your rankings for search terms is important. Making sure that your site works cross-browser and cross-platform. So that means, does it work on Windows machines, Mac OS? Does it work on Android and iPhone? Does it work in various browsers, Firefox, Opera, Safari, Chrome, Edge? Looking at the analytics, so being able to see what your users are doing when they come to your website. Do they come in and do they hop off after 30 seconds? Do they come in or do they browse around? Learning version control using Git and GitHub so that you can track how your code changes over time. And dealing with e-commerce, because obviously e-commerce is huge in today's day and age, particularly during the COVID situation where more and more people are buying things online. So being able to build that shopping cart, being able to do that e-commerce related activities in a way that is safe for a business, but also safe for the consumers. So they have confidence that their information is being stored securely and isn't going to be hacked. One of the main things that we do in our program is responsive web design. That's where we build one website, but it looks good on various devices. So as we're seeing here, Same website is being seen on a phone, a tablet, a laptop, and a desktop, and the same information is there, but the layout is different. And so we spend a lot of our time in our program making sure that our websites that our students are building are responsive, so they work on various devices. We teach our students to design, maintain, and implement databases because so many websites require that connection to a database. It may be just as simple as the user fills out a contact form and that data gets written to a database and generates an email to the business letting them know, hey, so-and-so has filled out the form. It could be more complex. If you're dealing with WordPress, all of your blog posts, all of your page content information is being stored in the database and you're pulling it in and displaying it. So really learning how to interact with databases is a very major thing. And so learning how to do this complex informational and commercial sites is a huge focus in our program. Over the various semesters, you're going to work with fictional clients where you're just doing projects in class, but there's going to be other classes where you're going to be working with an actual face-to-face client building a real-life project. Particularly when you get to the final semester where you're doing your internship. You're going to actually be doing an internship with a real company, taking everything you learned over the course of the 5 semesters in our program and putting it into place. I'll just quickly mention ONET in Texas. The range for a web designer goes from $41,000 to $117,000, with the median being about $70,000, a little less than the median for across the United States, but still very respectable. The anticipated growth for web developers across both the state of Texas and the United States is expected to grow over the next 10 years, so the need for web developers isn't going away. And so I encourage you that if you're interested in web design and development, please do not hesitate to get in touch. If you have any questions, here's my email again, david.trower@tsec.edu.
Thank you, Mr. Trower. We definitely appreciate the information and providing, especially, the amount that someone could potentially be earning, which is great. I'm going to launch the last poll for our attendees. I'm going to give you 30 seconds and then finish out the last slide. I definitely appreciate you hanging with us. I know it went a little bit over time, but a lot of great information. It's understandable when you have a lot of great information. It's okay, another 10 seconds real quick, just for the poll. All right, poll is done. I'm going to click through. Real quick, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our partner sponsor is Workforce Solutions Cameron, along with RGV Lead, ourselves. And then we have Expo sponsors that made financial contributions. Texas Gas Service was a gold sponsor, and the Harlingen Manufacturers Association was a bronze sponsor. At this time, I'd like to, for all the students that are with us, still with us, thank you once again. Enter for a chance to earn technology prizes. As you can see in the bottom, we have Chromebooks, we have 80 wireless earpods, we have portable phone chargers, some wireless printers, and then a couple of books on How to Get the Job by Todd Ayton. He's a presenter. There is a question I'll ask real quick, but for those that are still with us, check out the QR code, complete the survey, submit it. You can be entered in multiple times, so every session you sit in, you're able to put in a survey, and then you're only able to win one prize, though. We want to give everybody a good chance. There's about 100, just over 100 items that we'll be raffling off on November the 10th, so make sure you complete it. There was a question, if we still have a panelist, would digital media design in Harlingen be the closest thing to this? I'm guessing that may have been for Mr. Trower. He's no longer with us. There he is.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Trower. would digital media design and Heart Engine be the closest thing to this? I don't know exactly closest to what. Mr. Pettis, if you can follow up with that, unless Mr. Trower, you know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Digital media design teaches a wide variety of skill sets. They teach everything from graphic design to print design. They dabble in web design. They also dabble in video editing and video processing. So digital media design really covers a wide range of digital media work, whereas web design development, we're a little more specific and we focus on things related to the web itself. Now, we do dabble a little bit with doing some social media related things as well, but we're mainly focused on the web, whereas digital media design, they focus on graphic design for a wide variety of things, from print to online to anytime you see a graphic design, that's kind of what their program covers.
Okay, we appreciate that. And then for those that are still participants, attendees of the session, just know that we're going to email you out the link just in case you might have missed it, to be able to complete the survey. To the panelists that are with us, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for taking time out of your day to help these future, individuals, these students that are going to be our future workforce. So we definitely appreciate your time. That concludes the webinar. Thank you so much for making the information technology session available for future students. Thanks for inviting me to board. Thank you, Ms. Lara. All right. Well, thank you all so much. That is it.